Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I got another one here for you. Unlinked, it's finally released their alpha version. Yes, alpha is available. This is phase one. This is the 2D version, and we are going to go ahead and do a first look at it. We're going to walk through it together, and we're going to go ahead and play it and see how it is. Please keep in mind, before we even jump into the game, one, I haven't really looked at it yet, other than opening up on a separate tab up here. Two, it is test phase. There's going to be issues. They've already experienced some issues that you've seen in the Discord. If you're following this, there will be more issues. Please understand that when you're playing, that's the reason they have these load tests is so they can get a lot of people on there, test it out from different areas of the world, check out the issues, and move forward from there. The thing that I like about this is it's our first look at phase one. And at the end of this, after we go ahead and do a quick walkthrough of it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a video of phase two. I do have approval from the team in order to uh, show it here. So it shouldn't be any copyright issues, but I wanted to show a quick clip of it so you got to see, you're going to see phase one, which is 2D, which is very similar to what I'm assuming is very similar to a lot of other games. But phase two, the 3D version, is coming very soon, Q3 of this year, and it's going to be a lot more detailed and a lot better. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in. Before we really talk about it, what I wanted to show you was the cards that you needed to play in case you were interested in. Actually, let me rewind 1 second. I wanted to show you this is the main website. It is going to be live for 5 days. Basically, going to go from right now, it is Saturday, April 2nd. You're probably watching this on Monday, so you still have a few days to go ahead and check it out. So what we're going to do is it's going to go for 5 days. At the end of that 5 days, they're going to start talking about the pack release. They're probably going to tweak a few things, maybe do a beta version, get it back out there for us to test some more with more cards. So lots of cool things that are happening with this, and I love the fact that we were able to jump in here. All right, these are the cards that you need in order to play. You need one character card, which the only character card right now is this Gilix. Gilix? I think I'm saying that right. So you need one character card, and you need at least two of the action cards. And there are four different action cards. There is the Whisk Bow. This is the bow that we put together with the Shearstone blend. So that's one option that you have there. And then you have two other or three other ones that are currently available with the existing blend. If you go over to NFT, go to blends, you'll see it there. I did a whole other video on this, so I'm not going to dive too far into that. First is hacking. This is one of the tools. The next one is, and I apologize, plasma gun. And then the last one is accelerator. Once it comes up, there we go, the accelerator. What you'll notice is I have multiples of each of the cards. And the reason I have multiples is soon, not yet, they are going to let us blend them together to level them up. You can level them 3 cards leveled together to level 2, and then 3 more cards, and they have to be level 2 cards leveled or blend together to level 3. So that's not available yet, so I'm kind of holding on to these for right now. So let's go ahead and check out the game. This is it right here. They are doing updates, so I'm going to go ahead and refresh it a second here. On the top, let's go through the top first. These are, if you were involved in the distributors that were basically producing over the last month and might have been working really hard here. Um, you, they've already cashed in your, I should say they already airdropped you your plasma, which is here, and your grain, which is here. Grain's what you used in order to run your missions. Plasmas in order to get your health back. All right, and then the sharp here is what you earn during this alpha test. The sharp is going to be static. It's going to be one value for every time you do a mission. In the future versions, depending on your cards, the card levels, the success rate, that'll vary how much sharp you earn from this. On this side, you have the mission, which we're going to go ahead and do a mission here shortly. And then you have dispensers. As I mentioned, we had dispensers going for the last month. Dispensers are still very useful. What they're going to do is, not during this alpha phase, but when the game turns live, What they will do is every 24 hours, what is used within the game is going to be distributed on a proportional basis out to those distributors. So I will still continue to gain grain and plasma because I have the distributors, so they still have value. It obviously won't be the rate that's here because there's a fixed number. But the more people that play, the more grain and plasma that's used, the more that comes back to me. So that's here, and as you see, it does have a health. Once it gets super low, you have to go ahead and charge it to get the health back, which costs. I believe it's going to cost sharp or it costs a combination. I'm not sure off the top of my head yet. I forgot to check that. But they let's go ahead and click on this. Uh, yeah, it's not going to let me stake them right now because I don't think this game part of the game. Oh, it did. Okay. So let's go ahead and stake those. So that's something you want to do. And unfortunately, there's not a lot of instructions yet. I think they're hoping people will get some videos out there like myself and a few others. What I did is I went ahead and I staked all. So now these are available. So it looks like you need to stake them in order to start claiming uh, the the production of the distributors. So now those are staked. These are the ones that I have. I have a couple mythics. I have two legendaries, and I have this guy who's he's an uncommon, and I couldn't decide whether to hold on to him or sell him. So let's jump back to the missions. Now that we have that there, I just want to jump back here, make sure it shows. Yeah. During the alpha stage, what they did mention is that you won't be able to claim this staked until after I think the fourth. They said. So it'll be a few days until I'm able to do that. But make sure that if you're in there, go ahead and stake your distributor so you're getting that production. Otherwise, they just sit in your wallet and you don't get that production. Let's jump back over to mission. All right, these are the cards that I mentioned here. You have the character card. If I click on that, it shows the two characters that I have. And then you have the two object cards. This is the equipment that we went through. Um, I can't select hire yet because I think I need to request a mission. And right now, and this is my first time going through it, so I apologize if I do anything wrong. But I believe that's what I do. I think I'm going to request a mission. It's going to authenticate, and it's going to come up here in a second. All right. I wish they would put like a white background on this or a full black background because this is kind of hard to see. Um, I have tough time reading, so I shouldn't say tough time reading. I don't like to read out loud, so I'm going to go ahead. If you want to read through this, go ahead and pause. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and read through it myself, and then we'll decide what cards that we're going to go ahead and use. So go ahead and pause right now if you want to read it. Uh, Otherwise, it's going to jump till after I read it. All right. Hope you had a chance to read it. What they had said, and the reason I stressed the whole reading situation in the future, and I don't think it's quite ready now, is based on the mission that they send you on, will determine which cards you should use. And the closer you get to the right cards, the higher the sharp output's going to be. I just from reading through this, I couldn't quite determine if this was specific to that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select any random ones just to go ahead and launch the mission and check it out. But in the future, there may be some correlation between the objects. The other neat thing is a lot of these missions that they're doing, they are reaching out to players, giving them the opportunity to write some of these. So if you write a mission, there's a chance that you could have it in game, and while you're playing, you could read your own mission, which is going to be kind of neat. So now that you've gone ahead and read through this, you see my health is at 100. I'm going to go ahead and select my cards. So I'm going to go ahead and hire this one. Like I said, I'm going to do it randomly. So I'm going to go ahead and do, let's just do a whisk bow so I can say I used it. And then we'll go ahead and use the accelerator. Let's just see what happens with this. Again, these cards, they'll have much more specific use down the road. Right now, it's just a testing phase. Um, Even when we get to the live or the 3D version, uh, basically your cards are going to determine your success. So there'll be a lot more tutorials, especially for myself as I learn the game, as I learn what cards are best for best situations. So that's more to come here. So let's go ahead and click on launch. But it's going to ask me to authenticate. And then we wait. Look, you saw that it did take my health down a little bit, and it looks like it's going to be a 12-hour mission, which is kind of crazy. I'm curious if different missions have different lengths or what, but it looks like so every time you run a mission, it looks like you're going to lose 20% of your health. And then if you go ahead and click on here, it asks me if I want to refill my health bar, which I'm assuming is going to come from my plasma. So let's go ahead and do that just for, so I got 3978. Click yes. Just curious. And oh, that's interesting. It only refilled it to one. So, but I don't think I took anything out of there. So that may be bugged. I would assume if you do the yes refill, it would have gone all the way up. It's kind of weird. It only did one, but we'll keep an eye on that. You can go ahead and, curious if I do this again, what's going to happen? Again, we're just testing. Yeah. What if I click on that? Nope. I want to kind of play with it, see what happens. Nothing happening there. Let's go to dispenser, see, check out over here. 100%. Go back here. Yep, goes back. Basically, in 12 hours from now, which I will be asleep, um, we'll go ahead and it'll finish up. So when I wake up in the morning, I'll see the results, see what kind of sharp. I recommend you all try this. Please keep an open mind when going through it because they are testing. If you see any glaring issues, go over to the Discord and report it. Let them know what's going on. This is phase one. A lot more to come with phase one. So this is the bare bones test. I keep stressing that because I know there's people that are going to look at it and expect a finished game. Understands alpha, understands test. Please keep an open mind. All right, let's jump over to the last thing I wanted to show you. Now that we saw the 2D initial 2D version, this is the 3D version. Again, I have approval to go ahead and do this from the development team. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be quiet here for a minute and show you this is what the 3D version is going to look like if you haven't had a chance to see this yet. It looks pretty neat. See, this is it looks like the mission tower. And each of these buildings out here are going to have different purpose. So it's like a little city. Let me turn it down a little bit. Oops, I turned it down a little too much. All right, there we go. All right, we'll go ahead and pause it there. So as you can see, the version that they have now compared to the version they're going to have in Q3 of this year for phase two, huge difference. And you're also seeing a lot in the Discord that they're showing the video clips. There's going to be a lot of storyline that goes along with the phase two, which is awesome. Again, the creators of this project are movie developers by trade. So there's going to be a lot of storylines, lots of cool things going on. Hope you all enjoy this. Go ahead and test it out Unlinked. Um, see how it goes. Obviously, the first couple days may be a little bit rough with the issues, but I think it's got a lot of promise with it. So I will come back to you probably at the end of the week with my overall thoughts of playing this for a little while. All right. Hope you all have a great day. Thank you. Bye.